everybody. How you doing out there? Everybody good? Hope so. You know, how many of you out there get up every morning and go to work? I bet most of you. Well, I did the same thing. For 4 years I worked for this company. And I thought I really had it in with them. I never had a complaint, never did nothing wrong, never got written up, never any kind of accidents, nothing. And what do? About a month ago, I get fired. It's all bullshit. So, of course, the company has a head up their ass and don't know how to treat people. Let me run this down how this all happened. About a month or so ago, I ran up to Reno, and I came back. I'll get into that Reno thing a little bit later. And I was supposed to go back to work on Tuesday. I get a call from the warehouse manager, who was a son of a bitchin' prick who thinks his shit don't fucking stink. Yeah, you know who you are. And he goes, "There's no work tomorrow." Like, okay, the president said to come down and clean the trucks out. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, did I just get fired or... So I grab my brother, go down to the yard, and we clean the truck out. I go into the president's office, and I ask him, I say, "What's going on here? Am I getting laid off? Are we getting fired? We got a business?" "Oh, no, nothing like that. You know, we're just having some financial struggle with the finance company because all the trucks there were leased." Like, okay. And he was concerned that, you know, they would come down and repossess the trucks and we lose our stuff. I'm like, okay, I appreciate that, thanks. So, alright. Now my stuff is safe. So in a couple of days, he said he will call us back when they get their finances squared away. So the next morning, I get an email from the finance company who, you know, dealing with them for the past 4 years, you know, renting trucks and all that happy stuff. You know, we pretty much got to know each other. So they emailed me and then they called me and they said, "Tom, just tell us yes or no." I said, okay. They go, "Are you still running our truck?" I said, "No, I was told to park it." They go, "Okay, good." And then they went into why. Yep, and they said, "You know why you parked the truck?" I said, "I have no idea. I was told that, you know, they owed you guys money and you guys were coming down to repossess the trucks." They go, "Yes, they owe us money. No, we're not repoing the trucks. They have no insurance." I'm like, whoa. So now, for God knows how many days, I'm out there running up and down the road like an idiot with no insurance. Of course, the company don't tell you nothing because they friggin' lie to you and they lie right to your face. So I'm like, no shit. Yep, and they said, yeah, that's why. Not because they owe us money. So, you know, after working for a place for 4 years and people you see every day, I mean, here I am giving my blood, sweat, and tears to this place, getting up every day, working 10, 12, 15 hours a day, never complaining, never bitching, never moaning, doing my job. Now I'm being lied to. All because they knew that if we knew there was no insurance, there was no way in God's green earth where I'd be out there driving that truck. But they don't care. They just care about getting that truck from point A to point B, and from point B back to point A. That's all they care about. They don't care nothing about us. So I'm like, okay. So I never let on that I knew any of this because, you know, the finance company, you know, told me this in good faith and I wasn't going to go back and tell. Okay. So I'm off a whole week. I get a call on that Friday to come to work. Now, I wasn't even home. I wasn't even prepared to go to work. I get an email on my BlackBerry because the company don't believe in phone calls. God forbid you pick up a phone and call somebody. None. Email to them is a lot easier to ignore somebody, so they just email you and don't even think about picking up a phone. You know, and if you email these people, you know, you might get an answer back 3-4 hours later if they care about even answering you. You know, only if it's important to them will they pick it up and answer you right back. If it benefits them, they'll give you an answer back like that. Trust me, I've done it, I've seen it. So, I get an email on Friday and it says, you know, President wants you to come run the truck. I'm like, I'm not even home. You know, if you guys need me to run, you should have called me the day before and I could have made arrangements to be home and do the job. I'm sorry I'm not there. So, I emailed them back later on during the day. I said, is there any word on going back to work on Monday? No answer. So, I wake up early Monday morning about 6 o'clock. I email the president. And I asked him. I said, are we going back to work today? Or is there any word on when we're going back to work? No answer. Okay. Now, I know he's up at that hour because I've emailed him back and forth at that time. You know, when I used to go pick up Ocean Spray cranberry juice, which I'll get into that too. So I know he's up 6 o'clock in the morning. He's just ignoring me because he don't want to answer me. And he's not going to do it if he don't want to. See, I seen him do some people. I know how he is. If his BlackBerry goes off and somebody he don't want to email, he'll like, I'll get back to him later, the hell with him. Great way to treat people. Okay, but after all the loyalty I gave this place, I never thought that I would be a victim of that bullshit, but I was. I'm nothing but a piece of shit, spoke on a wheel, toothpick out the fucking window. But that's okay, I'm not pissed. I'm just trying to vent here. So, I get an email back. So I get an email on Tuesday, and it says, come see me Wednesday. Okay, no time, no nothing. So I responded to that email immediately. I said, are we going back to work tomorrow? Question mark. I just want to know, so I come down to the yard prepared. No answer. Like, okay, maybe he stepped out of the office, but he, you know, it happens. So, a couple hours later, email him again. Are we going back to work on Wednesday so I can come down to the yard prepared? Please respond. Nothing. So, I did this one more time, a couple hours later, before they shut down. Nothing. I'm like, you know what? Talk to my brother and my sister. I said, I'm getting fired. They go, huh? I said, I just got that funny feeling because, you know, how was a person they fired about a month ago? I'm not going to say if it's a he. I'm not going to say it's a she. But the day they got fired, they even told me that the president of the company did not talk to them all day. And if he or she is watching, you know who you are. And, yep, they said that the president did not talk to them either all day. So I'm like, okay, I'm getting fired tomorrow. So I wake up the next morning. I email them back about 7. I say, I see I got an email back from you yesterday, so I assume we're not working today. I'll see you around 9 o'clock. Never got a response. So I told my brother, let's go, take a ride with me down to the yard. I know I'm getting fired. And I have to go down to the finance place to clean out the second truck. So I knew what was going on. So I go down to the yard. I walk into the office. President ain't there. But the warehouse manager, who thinks who in the hell he is and think he's greater than everybody else, man, you don't know shit. You're nothing but a piece of shit too, and you know who you are. But I'm not going to waste my breath on his low life. He's nothing but a piece of shit. So, you know, I go to the warehouse. He ain't there. I walked into the warehouse manager's office. Nobody would even talk to me. I'm like, These are people I work with every day for years, and nobody will talk to me. I'm like, okay. So I'm standing around there looking like a jackass. Nobody talked to me, nothing. I'm like, okay, so I gradually walk out, go back out to my truck, and I went to see my ex-truck boss who quit working there about, I think, October, November. I went down there, we talked, and I told him what's going on. He goes, yeah, sounds like, yep, he's letting you go. I said, yeah, but I came prepared. I got my fuel card, I got my truck keys, my yard keys, keys for the lock. He goes, yeah, you got to be prepared. So I was. And I talked to him about getting a job there, but at the time there was no openings, which I hope there is soon, but, you know, he said he'll call me if anything opens up. So I have that job to look to and something else I applied for. So I go back to the yard and boom, the president's there. So I walk in, you know, I'm talking to another driver who worked there and he's filling out an application. I'm like, huh? He goes, yeah, man, the company was sold. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I gotta fill out the same thing. And this prick probably knew too, but, you know, he thinks that he knows more than everybody else does. I got news for you, buddy, and I got news for the president. Okay, there was 5 people that used to work in the Southern California terminal, and for the past almost 2 years now, these people ain't there no more. Okay, but I knew so much that was going on with this place. Illegal stuff they were doing. They have no idea what the hell they were doing. I knew about their finances, how much they got paid, who got paid, you know, what was going down, who was getting fired, who was getting laid off, what. So if they thought that I didn't know which way this company was going, I got news for you. I knew everything before you probably even knew it. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. Anyway, so I get called into the president's office, and in walks in that piece of shit, know-it-all, thinks he's better than everybody else, warehouse manager, like, ha, 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 I know something you don't know. I just want to stick my foot up his ass, but he ain't worth my time, and I'm not a violent guy. So he closes the door, he grabs a file out, and he goes, Tom, you know the company's in financial. I said, yeah, we've been talking about that, Mike, for the past, you know, months, you know. I mean, back, you know, about 6 months ago to a year, they even cut our pay a couple of times. The last pay cut we got was for 10%. So the company was in financial struggle, but they said they were getting back. But I knew it was all bullshit because these 5 people, and 2 of them were very high up in the organization that quit. And he goes, the company was just sold and the new company will not be hiring you back. I'm like, okay. So I got my final paycheck and I was, you know, pretty much, you know, no hard feelings, yada, yada, yada. But I tell you, there's no hard feelings. You know, it was more like, I think, a blessing in disguise. You know, I was just so run down the way I was running like a... I mean, I was just running like a drunken monkey. You know, when you work 6 days a week... No, I mean, don't get... Let's get back to that Reno thing for a second. Okay, when I first got hired on here... Okay, my job description was to run back from LA to Las Vegas every day. That was my job duty. Go Vegas to LA, LA to Vegas 5 days a week, and that was it. And once in a while I would fill in, go to Salt Lake City, go up to, all that happy extra stuff, which is good. I mean, who can't use extra money, right? You know, but then I got like tricked into this Reno thing where, you know, they asked me to do it, and I said yes, I would do it as a favor to the company because they were low on drivers. But as time went on, it became more and more until I finally inherited the son of a bitch, and then my life, the life I didn't have, was already now really over. Because now I'm working 6 days a week, at an average 96 hours. Now, you tell me where that's legal. I mean, I had to run 2 logbooks to get up there. No, I had to run 2 to get back, because getting up there is pretty easy. I mean, Las Vegas to Reno take you about 7.5, 8 hours, and you're up there, which is fine. See, driving a truck, you're allowed to work 70 hours per work week, and you're allowed to drive 11 hours a day and have 3 hours not driving work time. So you can work without driving for 3 hours and 11 hours driving, which is a total of 14 hours a day. But after you drive your 11 hours a day, you need 10 hours off, mandatory by the federal government, before you can get back behind the wheel. Okay, so I drive to Reno 7.5, 8 hours. Fine, it's legal. Okay, I do my logbook, I take my mandatory 10 hours off, get up in the morning, make my delivery, and I would get done up there on average between 7:30, 8 o'clock. Now, here's where it gets tricky. Because Reno to Southern California, Los Angeles area, with the speed limit in California, which is 55 miles an hour per trucks for tractor trailers, it will take me an average, because Reno to LA is about 500 miles. Now, so that will take me about 10.5, 11 hours. So, technically, when I get to LA, my day's done. I gotta shut down for 10 hours, right? Yeah, right. So, I will get down there, and I will make out my logbook from Reno to LA, which is still perfectly legal. And now I'm showing that I'm shut down for my 10-hour mandatory time. So now that logbook will get thrown aside, and I pull out my original logbook, because there is no way I can make it back from LA to Las Vegas. There's just no way. So I would make out my original logbook like I left Las Vegas in the morning, drove to LA, then drove back to Las Vegas in 10.75 hours. Which is total bullshit, because that one day already took me 17 hours to drive back from Reno to LA back to Las Vegas. Well, an average LA to Las Vegas trip will take you, on an average, a good day, 4.5, 5 hours. On a good day. That means no traffic, everything click, 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 and goes in order. Now, if there's weather, if there's traffic, if there's an accident, it can take you a minimum 6 to 8 hours to get back from LA. I've done it. So that one day could have took me 20 plus hours to get back. I'm glad it didn't. So, you know, all that illegal bullshit I did for them, and they don't appreciate a freaking thing you do for them. They don't give a flying rat's ass. I went in the office and told them, I said, you know, there's no way legally we can make this run from Reno to Las Vegas, right? Well, there is no way to make the run legally from Reno to LA to Vegas. They go, yeah, but, you know, just do the best that you can. Which basically they're telling you, do the fucking job and shut up. Because, you know, they ain't going to say, okay, we'll figure something. I haven't heard that shit, because they don't care about my health. They don't care about nothing except themselves. They're money hungry, selfish son of a bitches. So, I've been doing this, I don't know, 5 months maybe. I never once got appreciated for what I did. You know, never bitched about nothing. I mean, I came to work every day, did my job, and I get the kick in the ass. And I get thrown out the window, like I said, a toothpick. Goodbye, you're done, finish, finito. And ever since they fired me, I mean, nobody talks to me anymore. I mean, that's the part that gets me. Just because I was fired, and people in the big office in LA can't talk to me anymore. I mean, I used to have carte blanche to walk right into this guy's office. Right into his office and talk every day about the Yankees and Dodgers. Remember? You know, we used to talk every day. I mean, email. I mean, I used to take care of loads for this guy and, you know, not answer my email. Well, okay, I can see, you know, not answering the email because the company does monitor the emails, which is a bunch of chicken shit, but I can see why. But to not even answer me on Facebook? I mean, what's up with that? I mean, I thought me and this guy were good. I mean, never had a bad word to say about him. I look up to this guy. But now I guess, like my brother said, you know, they don't need you no more, so now you're just a piece of shit. Yep, so I guess I'm not needed no more, so I'm nothing but a piece of shit. You know what? The hell with you too, man. You know, there's one person, I ain't gonna say if they still work there, I ain't gonna say they don't. I ain't gonna say if it's a he or she. But there's one person I still talk to, and I pretty much know what's going around down there, what's going on down there, and who's there and who's not. And, you know, they even said, yeah, that place is full of shit, too. You know, they got their head up their ass. Like I said, they don't know how to treat people. You know, even here in the Las Vegas office. You know, a few people I used to text with back and forth. You know, they don't even, I mean, twice so far I text this person, they don't even text you back saying, hi, how are you, fuck you, die, leave me alone. They don't even answer you. I mean, what did I do to them? You know, there's so much that, you know, and once you let go from a place, nobody can talk to you no more? Or are they just scared, or are they threatened? You know, they couldn't talk to me. I've seen them do that before. You know, they would let somebody go, and they would tell us all, don't talk to that person no more. Who the hell are they to tell us who and who not to talk to anymore? You know, all I would do for this company, I mean, above and beyond my job duty was ridiculous. And I never asked for a penny more. Never asked, I mean, for instance, I talked about Ocean Spray cranberry juice before. Now, I would get back from LA sometimes at, you know, on average 12:30 at night, sometimes 2 o'clock in the morning. And the nights I got back at 2 o'clock in the morning, I would bring the whole tractor trailer home and park in the front of my house, get there about 2:30, and like the good employee who I thought I was, I would get back in the truck, high 7 a.m., head down the road to Ocean Spray cranberry juice, pick up a load, and now it's 8 o'clock in the morning. I pick up a load, okay, head back to our Las Vegas warehouse, which is about a half hour, 40-minute drive depending on traffic. And now it's 8:45, 9 o'clock. Time I backed into the warehouse, and now they have to sort through it to see what's staying here. Okay, and after they unload the truck and sort through it, now they got to reload the truck for LA. So now it's about 10:30, 11 o'clock. And you know they even keep me in the yard until almost noon to ship me out again. I mean, here I am, you know, not even supposed to be at work until noon. Oh, I'm up and in the truck by 7 o'clock, and they have no gratitude, no appreciation for that. I mean, they still held me in the yard till 12 o'clock before they made me leave. Why? I mean, I'm doing all I can to help you out. Nobody helped me out. But that's the thanks I get, but it's okay. You know, I always had those loads set up where, you know, I would pick it up within 24 hours of the PO number got released from the office. You know, they can't do that. Hell, they tried to do it. I hope you guys appreciate me now, you bunch of bastards. You know, the company's not safe. The equipment they run's not safe. I mean, tires they run. I mean, they get pissed off at me if I had a bad tire on the truck and I told them I'm not running the truck with this bad tire. You know, but they don't care about you. They don't care about you. They don't care about your safety. They don't care about nothing but themselves. Because that's all they are, is selfish sons of bitches. You know, when it comes to you, your health, and your family, that all gets put on hold because they need that load to be there. Stick that load up your fucking ass, pardon my French, people. You know, the past couple of months when I was running back and forth to Reno, I told you the way I was, in the past couple of weeks, I really thought I was going to crack. I really did. I mean, I would get home stressed out, tired. You know, I just felt like I was going to have a nervous breakdown, but luckily enough, I didn't. And I've been, you know, fired, laid off, you know, since then. You know, but I really thought I was going to have a nervous breakdown. I really thought the way they were making me run out there, I mean, they really ran me into the ground. And they really didn't care. As long as you got that load back and forth, they didn't care how you did it, as long as you did it. You know, they didn't care about nothing, like they said, nothing but themselves. You know, people that work for that company, even longer than I did, 12, 13 years, there's even one lady. Oh, sweet lady. And she's probably watching this right now. You know, she's about 69, 70 years old right now, and they let her go. Why? I mean, she came in like me every day, did her job, didn't bitch, didn't moan. I mean, she didn't make nobody push her around, but, you know, ever since this company got sold and bought out, I don't know how many people they let go, but the first day I know like 5 were let go. And I'm like, you know, this company was almost out of business over a year ago. And they've been struggling to keep it afloat all this time. And now this guy comes in and buys it, and all of a sudden everything's supposed to be okay. And I still heard they're in pretty much, you know, they're starting to get their shit together, but they're still pretty much, you know. And I'm thinking maybe he bought this company for a tax write-off. Because all the people he's firing, how long can they go on? And if they're such firing people, why they hired this new guy about a month before they fired me? Here's the funny part about it. The other night, I was driving down the street, and I was coming down the road, and I seen the truck. I'm like, that's the truck I used to drive. Truck, trailer, and all. And the street light, when the guy made the turn, I could see in the window, and it was a new guy. I'm like, son of a bitch. So they replaced me. Okay, number one, they're trying to save money. So they replaced me with a guy who was like 2 months out of truck driving school, no experience whatsoever, and you put him on the road. Question: if you put somebody like that on the road with really not much experience driving a heavy 18-wheel truck like that, are you really saving money? Think about it, jerk off. You know, I would love nothing more to mention these people's names, the company's name, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to be sued for slander. I'm not going to be sued for bad-mouthing people. I'm not going to be sued for anything. So I'm not, I mean, I would love to mention these names, but, you know, a few people know who I used to work for, and most of you people watching this can probably figure it out. And 2 people for sure I know will be Joey, hey, and Mike. You know, they know what kind of place this is. They also got fired from this place about 3.5, 4 years ago. And why? Just because they spoke their piece. See, the company don't like when you speak your piece because their word is law. Well, fuck you and your law. You know, I'm not disgruntled. I just had to vent this out. It's just, you know, you believe in something, you give your heart and soul and do your job every day, and you get treated like a piece of shit. And to all the people that used to work there that I still talk to now and then on Facebook and whatnot, you know, I wish yous all luck. And let's keep in touch the way you've been doing on Facebook and whatnot. And everybody else, the hell with yous all, because yous all a bunch of phonies. You know, I'm sure I'll find something else. Hell, it can't be any worse than this place was. I mean, I think, yeah, my last 5 out of 7 paychecks even bounced on me. Now, normally, if one paycheck bounces on somebody, they're out the door. But I was dumb enough to stay there and have belief in this place and try to help them out and do the best that I can to make the company better. Yeah. That's the thanks you get. I mean, think about the illegal stuff I did for this company. You know, like I told you about, you know, doing the log books illegally from Reno to here. You know, one night I was in Southern California. I got a phone call from the president of the company. He was dead serious. He goes, there's a lot of water coming back tonight from LA to Vegas and needs to be here to go out to Salt Lake City tomorrow. Okay. I'm like, how much water? Oh, about 25, 26 pallets. Now, without even knowing how much the pallets weighed, I knew there was no way legally you could bring that load back. So he goes, what time does the Cajon Pass scale close? Because he wanted me now to run the load back illegally. And he knew it was going to be, you know, overweight load, but he didn't give a shit because it goes on my record, on my CSA score, on my DAC report. Now, CSA and DAC is something that follows a CDL driver wherever they go from job to job. You know, it's kind of like, it just tags you along. Every place you go, it follows you there. So you want to keep those nice and clean as much as you can so you don't have a bad rep. So now he wants me to load this truck illegally and wait for the scale to shut down. I said, number one, I said, it's a toss-up if that scale's ever closed or not. Well, it was Friday night. That don't mean jack shit it's Friday night. They still might be open. Well, is there any way around it? Yeah. Has a way around the Cajon Pass scale. It's a 75-mile detour because I used to take the I-605 to the I-210 to the 15 back to Las Vegas. Now, to get around, I would take the 605 to the 210 to the I-5 to the 14 to the 58 up through Barstow. Now, that's about a 75-mile detour in about 2 hours' time. You know, see right there, they don't even care about how long it's going to take me to get back because they just want the fucking load there. And Tom, he's been working all day, so a few more hours on him don't mean jack shit. We don't give a shit about them. We need the load for us. Fuck you and your fucking load. You know, so I said, okay, just say I go that way. You know, there's one scale in Nevada that you can't get by. I said, what about that one? Well, let's see what we can do. Now, 26 pallets of water is about 4,000 pounds overweight. Now, I know this from hauling this water. They can range from 2,000 pounds per pallet to 2,500 pounds per pallet to 2,800 pounds per pallet, depending on which size bottle they are. So I knew any more than 21 pallets of water, I was screwed. And plus, that wasn't counting the extra stuff that was going on the truck, also going to Las Vegas. They don't care about anything else but themselves. Like I said, they're all full of shit, bunch of pricks. But that's okay. Like I said, I hope my next place is a lot better. It can't be any worse. Anyway, thank yous all for making me vent out here and listen to me. I hope yous all enjoyed it. So yous all have a good day and a blessed week, and I'll catch yous all later. Oh yeah, one thing. Yankees rule!